Shalom, shalom, friends, and it's good to be with you again on a Tuesday afternoon. Now, this afternoon around noon, we have our weekly Torah study class, and this week we read the story of Isaac when he was old in his age, and this very famous story from Bereshit, chapter 27, is the story of how Isaac sent his son Esau out to go fetch him some meat. But instead, as you know the story, Rivka, his wife, conspired with Jacob to deceive Isaac and to instead arrange things in such a way that Isaac would give his most innermost blessing, his most important blessing, to Jacob and not Esau. That's the story. And as you know, they go through their performance with Isaac. It's a hard story. It's a very difficult story for us to understand. And it seems to me we could ask the question, why are we given such a hard story? I mean, our ancestor Jacob certainly does not come off looking very good in this story. In fact, he looks like, on the face of this, it looks like Jacob is really a deceiver. If he's not the deceiver, then certainly it's his mother who is, even worse, who is the deceiver. And if neither of them are at fault, well, certainly we can ask the question, how is it that that Isaac was so easily fooled? These are difficult questions. And this story itself presents us lots of opportunity to pause and to think about it. And the rabbis spend pages and pages trying to understand the story. But here's what I want to say. I think we are given these difficult stories that have real problems in them, because the truth of the matter is we need to grapple with these stories, because that's what it is, to grapple with life. These stories represent the drama of human life, and when we face these stories, talk about these stories, we develop our own sense of moral, right, and wrong, how things should be and how things shouldn't be. And maybe we might come to the conclusion with all of our grappling that Rivka was wrong, or that she was right, or that Jacob was wrong or right, or that Isaac knew what was going on, or that Esau himself was simply in the wrong place because God had already ordained who would be getting the blessing. But we grapple with it. We argue about it. We process it. We tell ourselves we don't understand, and then we look for more clues, and then we read the text again. And that's exactly what we're meant to do. The only way we will find our own way, our own moral compass, is by taking these stories, analyzing them, and coming up to an answer that we believe helps us clarify our own values, our own way of thinking of the world. It may end up that we are very critical of our own ancestors. Maybe that's okay, because being critical of our own ancestors may teach us how to live our lives, in a more straight and righteous path, how to live a life that has more meaning to it, how to live a life where we do not repeat the mistakes of our ancestors. So I think these stories do have a purpose. They have a real purpose, and they are real teaching moments. And I hope you'll consider them yourselves. and find the lessons for yourselves in the stories of our ancestors. Let's conclude with the mourner's kaddish as we do every week. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabam. B'yalma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechonu v'yamechonu v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael b'agalav yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabam avarach li'alam li'amei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpoar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei d'kudisham barichu. Li'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damirun b'yoma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya. V'chayim olenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Aseh shalom b'imramav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Olenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Thank you for being with us, friends. We'll see you again next week.